Hallo und herzlich willkommen zur 43. Folge von Suzerain. Heute müssen wir eine Company awarden für unser Projekt. Ah. Wir nehmen wieder Underhold Construction. Ohne lange nachzudenken. Weiß egal ist. Wir haben zwei. Education und A Call from Gus Marcher. Das hören wir uns doch mal an. The summer setting overhaul so. I was in my office working on the preliminary details that Kiara sent over about the curriculum. The phone rang and I picked it up. Mr. President? Yes, what is it? Mr. Marcher is on the line, sir. He said it is about an investment. Excellent, connect him through. As you wish. A momentary cracking noise indicated the line change. Mr. Marcher, to what do I owe the pleasure? Mr. President, as your secretary might have informed you, I'm calling about what we discussed at the party. I'm honestly very glad that I have decided to attend to Mr. Vice President's little gathering. A very enjoyable party turned out to be even more enjoyable with actual results out of it. You're absolutely right. Well then, I'm very happy to inform you that your investment to FC Enrica has been accepted by the board members. Now that we have the president of Scotland by our side, I assure you, this year we will be the champions. I sent the signed contract and we received some really nice merchandise from the team. The investment happened at the right time for the end of the year profit share too. We were immediately able to reap the financial benefits of last year, which will be sent to your personal account. Congratulations are in order, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Marcher. It wouldn't be possible without you. Thank you, Mr. President. You are too kind. I'm looking forward to more successful ventures we might do together in future. Thank you for your time. Let me know if there are any other opportunities. Of course, I will be in contact. Have a good evening, Mr. President. Die Line dropped. Yeah, wir haben einen Euro gekriegt! Einen ganzen Euro! Boah, episch. Da es zu wenig für eine Folge wäre, gehen wir jetzt noch auf Welchem wegen unserer Education. After a meeting with the rector and a brief tour of the University of Welchem, we gathered in a room with Chiara. The entry campus was visible from the windows. Students were reading books, studying, and having picnics under the trees. It reminded me of my own times at Holsworth State University, at least in more carefree moments. Reminiscing about the past? How about your university years? The usual story. A few friends dead, a couple of them missing after the coups. Oh, and I almost arrested once! We all went through tough times back then. Some of us more than the others. Let's not get sidetracked. I want to start off by saying this. Stagnation doesn't get anyone anywhere. Simply maintaining by our ministry's funds got us sitting duck with the dozens of issues left unsolvable. The state having had to rely on privatization funds is a disgrace. We are letting private interests meddle in the most essential service learning. Now private schools are increasing the disparity of services in education. Lower income households who can't afford a private school is their district and might need to send their children to a public school far away. Although I insist that the funds are still necessary to close the gaps in services. I can't say we have been entirely off track. I want to thank you for leading our education system in the right direction. Traditional teachings have long prevented proper progress. That is why we are here. She nodded and brought out a stack of papers from her bag. Spinning her ballpoint pen, she went through the papers, organizing some of them together. Our ministry has prepared the necessary framework regarding how to spend the funds we've gained through school privatization. I have outlined 3 potential options. We can build new rural schools, improve the standards of existing ones, or increase salaries. We have the capacity to implement only one of these options. Tell me about the plan to build new rural schools. The issue is very critical, as we were losing many young people to ignorance and illiteracy. Scotland's rural population is full of untapped potential. With enough education, these people could be an asset to our workforce and society. Look at how the United Container is pushing past acacia in education and research. It's because most of the rural populace has access to schools. Why should we increase these salaries? The job itself should be held in higher regard and be compensated accordingly. These are people who have chosen to dedicate themselves to the betterment of others, to helping raise the next generation. We ought to give them what they deserve. What does improve the rural schools entail? Where to start? At the very least, they need new equipment and materials. Many of these schools are facing a shortage of desks and textbooks. The ones that haven't been updated since before the Sol administration. If teachers lack the resources to give Scottish youth a proper education, it can be as bad as if they don't go to school at all. Mein Gott, meine Nase, die fuckt mich so ab. I'm ready to decide. She put the pen down and looked at me. Wir brauchen eigentlich besseres Material. That will definitely improve the education experience for our children. That's all there is for now. I have talked with Miss Suno to schedule some time to discuss the curriculum. She's a very astute woman. Your secretary... You may want to consider promoting her. We will meet again very soon. Keep up the good work. Kara put the papers back in her bag and left the meeting room. Wenn die ganze hier nicht promoten, was denkt die denn? So. Nächste Folge. Briefing on the current curriculum in schools. Gut, dann würde ich auch sagen, war's mit der Folge. Lasst so ein Like und ein Abo, wenn es euch gefallen hat. Schaut beim nächsten Mal wieder vorbei. Und haut rein. Tschüss.